as I said, it's intuitive that when we have real connection, a real feeling of connection, it feeds our souls. And it's a basic need. One of my favorite stories about Mother Teresa was when a reporter asked her which was the poorest country she had ever been to. And she said, well, yeah, I've traveled to a lot of them, and everywhere I go there's lots of poverty and suffering, and people tell me about their hardships and their struggles. She said, but the poorest one I've been to is America. What she was really writing, and this is the quote, she said, there are many in the world who are dying for a piece of bread, but there are many more dying for a little love. The poverty in the West is a different kind of poverty. It's not only a poverty of loneliness, it's a poverty of spirituality. That here we are and we don't feel that intrinsic connectedness with our own beings and with each other and really with the sacred. So I want to read a bit from Albert Einstein, because his way of framing this question of belonging is with the following. He says, I think the most important question facing humanity is the universe a friendly place? This is the first and most basic question all people must answer for themselves. And so even if this is a familiar reading, you might just ask yourself fresh, do you have a sense of the universe as a friendly place, some intrinsic benevolence? And I'll go on with what he writes. For if we decide the universe is an unfriendly place, then we will use our technology, our natural resources to achieve safety and power by creating bigger walls to keep out the unfriendliness and bigger weapons to destroy all that which is unfriendly. Some prescience there. If we decide that the universe is neither friendly nor unfriendly, and that God is essentially playing dice with the universe, our lives have no real purpose or meaning. But if we decide that our universe is a friendly place, then we will use our technology and our resources to create tools and models for understanding that world, that universe. We'll seek understanding, we'll seek connection, meaning. So is this world a friendly place? My understanding of that language, that friendly doesn't mean that we don't suffer and die. It doesn't mean that humans don't act in incredibly insane and cruel ways. It doesn't mean that. It points to an essence of awareness, a capacity for love that is pervasive, that is in all of us, a potential there. That's really intrinsic to existence, that sometimes doesn't get cultivated, but it's there. The reptilian brain does not perceive the world as a friendly place. The reptilian brain does not perceive belonging. Now, what about the rational mind? Typically, the rational mind would say, well, it's not friendly and it's not unfriendly, logically speaking. There's no proof, right? Which reminds me of when I last gave this talk on Is the Universe a Friendly Place? My mother was here, and we would drive home, and often we'd talk about the subject. And she said, okay, I'm putting on my Barnard philosophy major hat, because she went to Barnard, and she was a philosophy major. And she said, well, how do we know that the universe is friendly and that love and awareness is essential? I mean, why can't greed and hatred be essential? You know, she did that kind of a move on me after I had taught all evening, you know. And but she said, aren't we believing what we want to believe and manufacturing the experience we want? You know, she was asking good questions. And it's true. If we think about it rationally, we can't say, oh, yes, the universe is friendly, or that love and awareness is essential. If we think about it rationally. But if we begin to come into presence, and a presence that goes beyond our thoughts, then we can begin to experience in that presence a wakefulness and a tenderness and a mystery that does have an intrinsic sense of benevolence, of love. And one way to think of meditation is it evolves the brain to that integrated state so that we can experience that friendliness and that belonging. This is the potential of the two wings of mindfulness and compassion, that to heal that place of severed belonging. And the more we practice that, and we begin to trust our belonging, the more we start looking at the world and feel a trust for other beings, that there's friendliness in the world. We're not survival of the fittest. We're survival of the nurtured. And the more we nurture, the more this world actually becomes a friendly place. We know our belonging.